Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Outside the Key. My name is Jalen, and I'm here with Chris and Darius. Today's episode is going to be different than what we normally do. As you can tell, you've been paying attention to the news, even if you haven't been paying attention to the news, there's been a lot been going on recently in our country and the injustice that Black people have to deal with, starting really with not starting, but the thing that kicked it off was the killing of George Floyd, unarmed Black man by the hands of a police officer. And today we're just going to do something different and kind of just talk about everything what's been going on and getting our thoughts out and just kind of just feeding off each other when it comes to that. So does anybody want to start?
I mean, you can start.
You got it, Jay.
All right. Well, if you follow me on social media, you can see I've been pretty vocal about what's been going on. It's definitely something that's been going on for a long time, and it really does need to change. And again, it's just horrible that, you can know you've done nothing wrong yet still feel uncomfortable in the presence of a police officer just because of your skin color. And with all the rioting and everything happening, it's nothing that I condone. I wouldn't say I would, if I was out there protesting, I wouldn't go do any of that. But people have been peacefully protesting for a long time. Colin Kaepernick, to try to bring it back into the sports realm, sacrificed his job and got blackballed from his, profession for trying to be peaceful and letting people know about the country and, the injustice that people face. Yet, people are just so like, oh, you're disrespecting the flag, it's now blah, blah. Well, if they listen to the man instead of just being so quick to jump on him, then there's a possibility we wouldn't be to where we are now. But unfortunately, that's where it has to come to, and it shouldn't have came to that because these are basic human rights that people are fighting for, like rights you're supposed to be given when you're born, but as a Black person, it's kind of like you're given a separate set of rights, even being in the so-called land of the free, you know what I mean? So, anybody got anything to pick up on off of that?
Well, I just, just like you, I've been very, very active on social media. And instead of just like talking about like posting stuff, I've also tried to find like solutions. Me and a group of people that go to Morehouse or just friends in general, we try to look at things that we can do to affect change and not just talk about it. So like when I first saw heard about what happened to George Floyd, I was numb to it. It was like, oh, another Black man. I didn't know, but that's because that's what it's come to. Like that's what it's come to.
Yeah.
Like Trayvon Martin was killed when I was like 10, 12.
Yeah.
And I'm 18 now. It's been countless others after that. So the same result happens. So it's just like I was just numb to it, and I did not expect what like this to be the outcome. But when I start seeing what was going on, I was like, okay, this time could be different. And what I had to realize was that it's up to us. It's literally up to our generation, the youth, to make the difference. If we care, if we try our best to make change, and change will happen. Like, so for instance, when we had the Blackout Tuesday, or when we signed petitions, just like we have to continue to do stuff like that. So when we go back to school, or like even during the summer, continue to protest. I know all those 4 officers did get charged and stuff like that. It doesn't stop there because it's been happening for years. So like we just had to continue to fight, continue to push for equality. And beyond that, like if you sit there and you really think about why like police kill us, it's hard to fathom that they kill us because of the color of our skin. Like, and when countless videos get posted on social media. So one video in particular that really like got me was this dude. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it. This dude had a machete or whatever. This white dude swinging at the officer.
Bow and arrow.
Like, yeah, no. This is not during protest. This is like happened 2 years ago. Swinging at the officer, and the officer trying to like detain, like trying to calm the person down. He was a white man, trying to calm the person down, like you do not like swing that at me, stuff like that, trying to play peacemaker, right?
Oh
And
yeah, I know you're
they
talking about.
called they called that police officer. Yeah, he made peace. He handled the situation perfectly. He was peacemaker in the situation. But at the same exact time, if an unarmed black man has his hands up
Unarmed.
and you shooting 14 times in the chest or in the body, white society will also call that police officer a peacemaker. And that is just ridiculous. Like that is literally ridiculous. Like if you sit there and try to fathom like what the world has come to. So I mean it's easy to say enough is enough, but it's time for people like to really show. So instead of like in the most effective protesting that has happened is boycotting. The most successful protests have been boycotting. So I think that's the next step with us. That's the next step. Yes, we were successful in this protest globally and nationally. Like we got those 4 officers charged and stuff like that, but we still have a long way to go. But it's very possible, very feasible if we all keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think you made a great point about the video you saw about the police officer stopping the man with a machete, because to back that up, like the video that I seen, like it's just a couple weeks ago, you had like a bunch of white people protesting them having to stay in their homes for coronavirus. Heavily, and there's like heavily armed dudes, next to police officers, and they're like screaming in these people's face and all this stuff like that. None of them are
with weapons.
They're not tear gassing
everything.
Those crowds. They're not shooting rubber bullets at those crowds. Nothing like that. But when people are coming in for some actual things that need to be addressed, they're taking it out on these protesters in all these like violent ways, and it doesn't make sense. And again, just seeing those two like differences side by side really just says a lot. And like you said, Chris, it doesn't stop here. Like this is, and I think another thing people need to understand is this isn't just black people's fight. It's everybody against a horrible system that's been in place for a while. So like you said, it doesn't stop here. We need to, like you said, keep boycotting and keep hitting people in the pockets where it really hurts. And also everyone has to vote. All this protesting and rioting stuff, that's cool. But you have to do both.
That's another thing I wanted to say.
And it's really not just it's not just like the presidential votes. It's like your local electoral and everything else. So
this showed me the importance of local elections, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because if you like all those cases, like when those young black men and women were shot or police brutality has been caught on film when they all got off, those are all local judges. You know what I'm saying? Like these are all these local coroners that didn't put it as a homicide, but as self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Like each position that you vote for in your local election is very important. And but I think that also starts with the youth, because the youth began to think voting doesn't matter. My vote doesn't matter. But we have to.
This is where local votes is where it actually goes directly to like you know how when we vote for like presidents and stuff, it actually goes to like it has other. Dang, what was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say. But either way, local votes is important because, like, especially think about it. When you're electing your sheriff and everything, they're the ones who are in charge of the whole police department. And when the head is like messed up, then that results in corrupt police officers on the whole entire force. So I mean,
exactly. So I mean, I think everybody should go out there and vote for real.
Yeah, most definitely. Have you guys have like had any unfortunate run-ins with police before, or like experienced any type of like racism in any way?
Honestly, so once like half my family's from New York and the other half is from southern Georgia, like this small town called Jessup. So one day, me and my father, like it's late at nighttime, we're driving to Jessup, Georgia, and like it's like 12 o'clock in the morning, like 12 o'clock at night, and the police like cop is behind us, he's trying to pull us over, but we were in like there were no street lights around us, like we were in like the woods, like just like back roads, right? And I didn't know this, but if you don't feel safe, like where you stop, you can put on your hazard lights to let the police officer behind you to know that like
right.
you acknowledge him. You can wait till you get a place where you're comfortable, like to pull over. So my dad waited till he got to a gas station where there were lights and all that stuff. He pulled over, right? It was like a 5-minute situation. But when he finally stopped, the police officer came out the car with his gun out. Came in the car with his gun out. Told my dad to get out the car. Like I'm sitting here. At that time, I was like 15 years old. I'm sitting here like, whoa, like what is going on? Like he has a gun. Like he has a gun. I'm screaming to my dad that he has a gun. Like relax. But like my dad wasn't doing anything, but I was just nervous. So that just like it was just crazy to me. Like he followed every protocol you asked him to do. Like it was just crazy. I mean, it ended up being okay. And the police officer asked him why it took so long for you to stop. He said, "Because I was trying to make sure it was safe for you and me." And then that was that. Like, but that's the only bad running I would say I had with police officers. Nothing else really major.
Dave?
I probably had one personally, but I remember one with my dad. He told me one I had personally was in Tennessee. Me and Quentin, we visited Chattanooga or whatever, and we had met some guys there, and we ordered something from this diner, and you know, our order was taking a long time or whatever to come out, so we just, it was like 40, 45 or an hour for nachos that we ordered. So we were like, yeah, we're just gonna leave. So we got out to leave, and the manager was like, y'all can't go. We was like, why not? He was like, y'all ordered something. He was like, okay, but it hasn't came yet. It's been an hour. So, we was continuing to walk out. And as we walked out, a black officer he had his hand on his gun saying, if y'all don't go back inside, then I'm gonna have to take y'all away. So at that point, with a black officer being told by a white manager that these black kids are basically trying to, I think he told them that we were stealing something or something. So, yeah, obviously we were forced to go back inside and pay for the nachos that weren't out for a whole hour. So, I mean, that was an unfortunate and very, very, I guess I'd say, traumatizing situation that I would not want to be in. But fortunately, I haven't been stopped in a car or nothing like that.
That's great that both of you were able to make it out, safely in those situations. I know there's a number of things be going through your head here and being in those positions. Me personally, I've only had one personal experience. I've heard like some of my other close relatives and friends have been through other experiences, but mine, it wasn't too bad, but it was enough to make me really like put things in perspective. So one night, me and my sister was driving us home from work. Yeah, I just got off work. She was driving us home. It was night, probably around like 11, and she gets stopped by the police officer, and we pull into like this hotel parking lot because it's like right there, nowhere else to go. So we pull into the parking lot, and the police officer, I'm in the passenger seat, in the driver's seat. He comes in on her side with the flashlight pointing at her and stuff, basic stuff. But on the other side, I didn't even know until he got to my window there was another officer that just came up on the back side of me, shining his light into my face as well. And then I was like kind of confused, but I didn't want to make no like crazy movements or whatever because he just kind of snuck up on me. And then in the midst of asking my sister for her license, the other one asked me for my license, and I'm like, I'm not even the one driving, so I'm really confused on why I'm asked for that. But I still gave it to him anyway because just to avoid all the trouble. And again, they came back, and gave us all the stuff or whatever. But just that small thing, for one, it had me scared. Like, what if I wasn't there and my sister was by herself, and and a number of things could have happened. So yeah, it shouldn't, again, ask you guys all that just to wrap it back to the point that it shouldn't be like that. Like we shouldn't have to feel like the people that are supposed to be protecting and serving us, are really kind of like against us. Like it shouldn't be like that. And if it's like that, then that's how something's wrong. And then especially when you have the president who's not even properly handling things. If anything, he's exciting it even more. Like it's just, it just makes you kind of wonder where are we at? Where are we at this point as a country, to where people are afraid of the people that are supposed to be protecting them. It doesn't make it doesn't make any sense, and it's really just hard to wrap my head around, because I was one day just sitting there thinking, like, I would hate for our children to grow up in this. Like, I would hate for our children to still have to grow up and have to worry about that stuff, you know?
Yeah. So, and I feel like the president we have now really, like, he brought the curve back. Like, he set us back. The dude, like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, this is literally like the worst president I've ever. I'm not gonna say of all time, but like this just
of our
my
time
that we've experienced.
My time. He's the worst. Like, the worst. I just can't believe he even got elected. Like, so it's just. But I'm saying, hopefully we get him out of there. He's starting to lose. Like, traditionally red states, he's starting to lose those states. So I mean, those are good. That's good news. So we're just gonna see. But how this goes back to sports is, like, Drew Brees made a comment the other day talking about how he still doesn't respect anybody that would kneel for the flag, because his grandfather and great grandfather were soldiers in the military, stuff like that. And I'm like, and I did like the reaction from his teammates that held him accountable. And of course, like, LeBron is always vocal, but like, to me it's like, bro, if that's the argument you're gonna use, like, bro, you act like we don't have relatives that were in the military,
right?
But the one big difference is, when we got home and y'all got home, we weren't free. Y'all were. Like, y'all don't get it. Like, I don't think you understand.
I don't think he understands. Yeah, I really don't think he understands like what it meant for real.
I'm not gonna sit here and try and honor a flag that doesn't honor me. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's ridiculous. If you, like, come on now, like, that's just moral. That's for moral reasons. So I don't know, like, it's just, but I do like the response that the athletes gave him, and I don't like how, like, an apology fixes everything. So I don't really care for his apology.
He apologized. He apologized, and his teammates. I mean,
I don't really care. I don't really care.
It's almost like he had to apologize. You know?
He had to. No, he had to. His publicist was right there and said, "You gotta apologize." Like, I don't give a fuck about none of it. I don't care what he had to. I don't care what he had to say, because he said it. That means he, like, that's really
how he truly feels.
That means all these years he truly believed that Colin Kaepernick should not be in the league. He didn't agree. Like, he just, come on now, like. And you thought he was kneeling because of military?
That doesn't make any sense.
Like, bro, do you realize who you throw to every Sunday, my nigga? Like, who you hand the ball off to? Like, you're not doing that without, like, there's none of that.
Every sports franchise is making money off of us.
Exactly.
Without us, the NBA is a prime example. The NBA produces the most high-paid athletes in the world who are black. Like, that speaks for itself.
Honestly, I feel like the NBA, as far as, like, player appreciation and like, players and able to
they do a great job.
Like, no, they doing a great job.
They do a great job.
Besides the owner for the Knicks, the stupid motherfucker in New York,
and the Clippers.
No, not the Clippers. He didn't go. They got him out. They got him out of there. I'm talking about the Knicks. The Knicks.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Owner. Besides him, everybody else is straight. Now with him, like, people could say, just they need to buy the franchise from him. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah,
the Knicks is worth some bank.
New York is they still make the money regardless of how
bank,
good or bad they do in the season. They always gonna make money. It's the Garden, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But all in all, honestly, like, about everything that's been going on, we've made some headway. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made some progress during this time.
But it doesn't stop now.
I pray that we maintain it. I pray, like, we have to. And I feel like we are. But I feel like, really, And it's crazy because I didn't realize the power of a HBCU. Like I didn't realize it.
I was thinking that. Like I was so appreciative of everything that we.
I don't think you understand. Like, dude, so as soon as we heard about the 2 students from Spelman and Morehouse,
I was about to talk about that for real.
They raised $42,000 in like 2 hours.
All the alumni, attorneys, bro.
Like then they said, then they came in there and said, hey, anybody from HBCU get arrested. We have attorneys.
They got them. They got them. They got them.
That is real.
Lined up.
That's real power. That's real power, bro. Like that's real. Like that's crazy. It was crazy to me. Like, and I feel like imagine if we was in school when this was happening.
That's what somebody said. They said God knew what he was doing because we would have went crazy, bro. We would
bro. We would have been protesting, 100 men in suits. We would have been going stupid.
We would have been locked arms, literally, bro. Like we would be. Oh my.
Yes, I'm telling you.
I knew what he was doing, bro.
It would have been crazy. But beyond, I feel like, now that we realize that, when we go back to school, the momentum is going to be there for us to seriously make change, and not even just HBCUs.
Yeah.
Because Georgia State and Georgia Tech, like they have more of a reach because of the population in their school. So we need to get them involved and have meetings with like people outside the state, like FAMU, Howard, Hampton. Like those are like we need to get everybody involved with that. Like that literally, and that will literally make a change. Like that will make even more progress. Like for real. So I'm really anticipating going back to school. I hope the president of Morehouse, you know what I'm saying, makes that decision, makes it soon, and he just sends it to us so we can just go ahead. Like when we get back, it's straight to work, bro. It's really straight to work.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Like you said, just keeping that momentum and continuing to keep fighting, because people will look at the 4 officers being charged like, oh yeah, we won, but there's still so much left to do and so much left to go. And I'm glad you brought up the point about HBCUs, because I was actually again going to say, like, yeah, I saw like that power brought up. It feel like in those moments, it makes you feel like more appreciative that you went to an HBCU. Because trust me, if I had my way, I would have definitely went. But the way, because money was set up, I feel like the best option was to go to the school that I chose. But, you know, hopefully when my kids are around this age, they can be able to go to the HBCU, or I can even fund it, hopefully, you know, because I would love for them. Because every time I go to y'all school, it's amazing. Like you said, you feel the unit, the key thing that has pushed this movement to go as far as it did. Like, you know, we just got to keep pushing and keep going. And yeah, like, you know, trying to wrap it back up to sports. Like you said, you know, a lot of athletes have spoken out about it and, you know, said their piece. And I appreciate those people, because, again, it's like you're putting your job on the line already, you know, and, you know, it means a lot to a lot of us, people seeing that. Even people that aren't even close to us, I guess, in the main scale are still like, yo, we're here. Like, they'll never forget that they're a Black person and they still deal with Black struggles no matter how, you know, much money
high
they
you go up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
One thing I wanted to say though was I wanted to ask y'all how y'all felt about Mikey saying that he might attend a HBCU.
Oh man, yo, I saw that. If Mike
that's gonna set a trend. And
I told you it's a trendsetter, bro.
Goes to an HBCU, that's going. Yo. Yeah,
look, so there's this place in Atlanta, Georgia called Morehouse College. There's this place in Atlanta, Georgia called Morehouse College that would love to have you. Our basketball team is pretty solid, you know what I'm saying? And if you're on a team, we're going stupid. Okay. But really anywhere. He can go anywhere, honestly. He can go anywhere. But the 40-minute limit is finna be here. I got an alert.
I would love to see that. Okay. All right. So we want to thank you guys for joining us today. in a different episode of Outside the Key. Again, we want to send our support and condolences to the families affected by police brutality and just all the racial injustice that people see on a day-to-day basis. So we want to send out all our condolences and all our prayers out to them. And yeah, that's it. That'll be it for another episode of Outside the Key. I want to thank you all for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next episode.